Asymmetric all fours breathing is what we're gonna go over here. So basically you're gonna be on hands and knees, and then you'll need a yoga block or maybe a book or two, something that you can elevate one knee on. So I'm gonna put this underneath one knee. If this is too high, this is a pretty thick yoga block, some are thinner, but either maybe a couple pillows or, like I said, a book or two works really well also. So you're gonna have hands and knees. You're gonna start with your knees like about even, and then you're gonna shift your weight onto the side of the knee that's elevated. So really try to shift over to that side. And then really we're just breathing here. So I want you to think of sending your inhale. So think inhale down and out. So think down into the pelvis, into the back of this hip and pelvic floor. So we are biasing the hip of the knee that's elevated. So you're really inhaling, relaxing the pelvic floor, feeling your breath go into this back pocket area here. And then you're exhaling, long, slow exhales, all the air out, just kind of relaxing. And then inhale again, sending your breath back down there. You can try to shift over a little bit more with each breath if you can. So I'll demonstrate a few breaths here. Inhale through your nose. Send that breath, feel this back pocket area release a little bit. Exhale. So again, I'm shifting my weight over. One compensation that I'll see is people will kind of shift back the other way, so they won't shift over into this hip, or you'll start to shift really far back like this. So try to stay up in this hands and knees position, kind of your hands right underneath your elbows and shoulders, weight shifted over to this side so you can really feel this back pocket area release. And then some people kind of tip into like an excessive anterior tilt of their pelvis, kind of let their shoulders fall. Try to think of pushing the floor away, kind of keeping more of a neutral spine position. We just don't want you kind of super arched or super rounded for this. Okay, so you're gonna see what you feel. You're gonna compare sides. So you can do both sides, spend some time breathing, opening up the back of the pelvic floor. If you're still having trouble, sometimes bringing that opposite knee forward can help you shift a little bit more into that side. So I want you to start with knees kind of parallel and in line with each other, and then you can maybe try just bringing that other knee ever so slightly in front, shifting the weight forward. Inhale into that back pocket area here, feel the back of the pelvic floor and the hip release, and just compare. If you feel like that didn't make necessarily a big change, then just stick with keeping your knees in line. If you did feel like you were able to feel that opening and releasing in the back of the hip and pelvic floor a little bit more with that opposite knee forward, then do it that way. But the goal here is really just trying to shift onto that hip of the knee that's elevated. So really shifting into that side and then opening up and releasing the back of the hip pelvic floor on that side. So again, do both sides, maybe spend 5 breaths and then compare sides, switch, and do that a few times if you have the time to do so, so we can really feel that back of the hip and pelvic floor releasing and opening.